So he may be busy in some work, and I would like to just tell that under his guidance, our students are going to villages and they are running libraries. And very interesting development is that we have thought that not only villages, even the jails of our country, they should have good library. So we started a very good library at the Ghaziabad jail recently, and it has been publicized by international media. There are 4,000 inmates in Ghaziabad jail, and they are using that library. Now we are going to Bhubaneswar and Lucknow. We are going to set up libraries in these cities also. Sir, our institute in the Silver Jubilee year is going to set another milestone. We have started very modestly from 2 rooms. Our founder, Dean is here, Professor S. Kumar. When he started with founder, director, Dr. C.V. Gupta, we were having 2 rooms in a basement. From 2 rooms, now we have an integrated campus, and this is a residential campus where 800 students and 75 faculty members, they are working, they are living with all facilities, and we have this honor that we have shifted to this place in 2004. We have completed around 8 years of running this campus. So we have set a milestone in 2004. Now again, Dr. Rishi Tiwari is here. Can you give him a big applause? We are going to set up a university at Bhubaneswar with the support of government of Odisha. People ask many times, why did you go to Odisha? Because we were offered land to start the university at Gujarat, Haryana, Rajasthan, but we decided to go to Odisha. You can think about the reason. The reason is we are concerned about the areas or the regions of this country which could not ride the bus of economic development during last 2 decades. The benefits of economic development in the post-liberalization era in India have been mostly usurped by some of the developed states from Western India or from Northern India and from Southern India. But there are states in Northeast, there are states in Eastern India which are lagging behind in urbanization, in industrial development, in civic amenities, in human development. So we have decided we will not go to Western India, we will not go to Northern India, we will not go to Southern India, we will go to Eastern India, and we are going to set up this university, and it will be operational within next 1 year. We are going to start this campus in July 2030. With these words, I would like to submit that on every October 2nd, we remember the great ideas of the father of the nation. It is part of our curriculum. It is part of our daily routine that we have to think about what are the basic values behind this institute. What should be the basic values which should be followed by all businessmen, all managers? We look towards the great legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. From your speech, sir, you have delivered a speech when you were being conferred the highest honor by the government of France. I would like to quote a famous statement of Mahatma Gandhi, who has said that along with the growth of technology, one should not forget the social development, one should not forget the human values. And I would like to quote from your speech, sir, a technological society has 2 choices. First, it can wait until catastrophic failures expose systematic deficiencies, distortion, and self-deceptions. Secondly, a culture can provide social checks and balances to correct for systemic distortion prior to catastrophic failures. So we know that we have to grow technologically, but we have to think that the technological growth should be under the control of a culture which can provide social checks and balances. So India grown very fast during last 2 decades, technologically, economically, but we could not impose this social check and social control, and because of this, we are facing a lot of problems. I would like to conclude my welcome address of the chief guest with a very famous quote of Mahatma Gandhi. It has been quoted by many thought leaders, including Stephen Covey, who has written profusely about leadership issues. It has been quoted times and again. I have been quoting it in all my addresses. I would like to quote once again in the last part of my welcome address. Mahatma Gandhi said that 7 things will destroy us. You can find this famous quote if you search Stephen Covey on Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi said that 7 things will destroy us. Notice that all of them have to do with social and political conditions. It is very important for our guests from European nations. What are the 7 sins which can destroy the human civilization? Notice that all of them have to do with social and political conditions. Note also that the antidote of each of these deadly sins is an explicit external standard or something that is based on natural principles and laws, not on social values. So what are those 7 deadly sins according to Mahatma Gandhi? The first is wealth without work. Wealth without work. Number 2, pleasure without conscience. Pleasure without conscience. Casinos are getting lot of impetus across the world on tourist destinations. Pleasure without conscience. Gambling, speculation. Pornography has become a big industry, having huge turnover. Pleasure without conscience. Knowledge without character. Scientific progress without thinking about the consequences of misuse of science. Knowledge without character. Commerce without morality. Wall Street is a prime example. Commerce has become phenomena without morality. Huge failure. Big companies from US failed, become bankrupt. Millions of people become jobless. Millions of people have faced the consequences of the greed of the Wall Street traders. Science without humanity, religion without sacrifice, and lastly, politics without principle. So these are the 7 deadly sins about which Mahatma Gandhi has warned us more than 60 years back. Today we remember him and pledge in your presence, sir, that this institute will mark its presence in Asia and in the whole world during coming decades with the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. With the promise that our students will carry forward the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man you have all been waiting to listen to, Dr. R.K. Pachauri. Although our director has given you an idea of his manifold achievements, but I would not like to miss this opportunity of reading out his formal introduction. Dr. Rajendra Kumar Pachauri is the chair of the Nobel Peace Prize winning Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the scientific intergovernmental body that provides decision makers and the public with an objective source of information about climate change. He is also Director General of the Energy and Resources Institute, a major independent research organization providing knowledge on energy, environment, forestry, biotechnology, and the conservation of natural resources. Dr. Pachauri is a prominent researcher on environmental subjects, recognized internationally for his efforts to build up and disseminate greater knowledge about man-made climate change and to lay the foundations for the measures that are needed to counteract such change. He has been appointed as Senior Advisor to Yale Climate and Energy Institute from July 2012, prior to which he was the founding director of YCEI from July 2009 to June 2012. He is active in several international forums dealing with the subject of climate change and its policy dimensions. He was awarded the second highest civilian award in India, the Padma Vibhushan, in January 2008 by the President of India, and received, and to announce the title of this award, my apologies to all the French students sitting here, Officier de la Légion d'Honneur from the government of France in 2006. He has been conferred with the Order of the Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Star by His Majesty Akihito, Emperor of Japan, the Commander of the Order of the White Rose of Finland by the Prime Minister of Finland, the Commander of the Order of Leopold II by the King of the Belgians, and Mexican Order of the Aztec Eagle by the President of Mexico in June 2012. We are indeed honored to have you with us, Dr. Kochari. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Dr. Kochari.
Professor Chaturvedi, Professor Shettigar, Professor Ishwar Dayal, and distinguished faculty and staff of this remarkable institution, students, friends. I'm delighted to be here, and it's been a great privilege to get acquainted with the background and history of this institution, which has obviously made a mark not only on the national scene, but also internationally. And I'd like to congratulate the students of the institution for this remarkable opportunity that you have of developing yourselves and being able to contribute to the benefit of society. And this is indeed what we need in this day and age. Institutions are there not only to build the individual character and capabilities of students who pass out of the portals of an institute, but to be able to contribute to the development of society as a whole. This is where I think the values that the founder of this institution and the values of the father of this nation are of critical value in determining the future course of society, at least in this country. I've been traveling and just got back a couple of days ago, and on Saturday the 22nd I was at Columbia University in New York for a major event, during the course of which I also took part in a small lunch with Aung San Suu Kyi, the great leader of Myanmar. And she also delivered an address on the occasion. And she was asked a question on who it is that really inspired her through all the years that she was in prison and saw very little basis for optimism and a completely bleak future. And I was very happy to learn from her that she was obviously influenced a lot by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And she was asked, how is it that you don't rank Mahatma Gandhi before Nehru? And she says, well, Gandhi is too rich a personality for me to be able to analyze what his influence has been on me. And